what is a 1099 and who is it for? There are a lot of common types of 1099s. The most common that we as accountants and bookkeepers run into is the 1099 NEC, 1099 miscellaneous, 1099 INT, and 1099 DIV. And we need to know the rules for the 1099K, even though they're prepared by a payment processor, because that whole payment processor 1099K rules are very complicated and super confusing. And so a 1099 is an informational return sent to people who you have paid a certain type of income to throughout the year. And a 1099 miscellaneous and NEC are used for the following different types of recipients. A contractor who is not a corporation and who has been paid more than $600 in cash or cash equivalent through the year receives a 1099 NEC. A landlord who is not a property management company receives a miscellaneous. Attorney paid more than $600, no matter the entity type, gets a 1099 NEC. The only attorney payments that go on a 1099 miscellaneous are for settlements. And I know that part had me confused a little bit when I first started doing 1099s. I used to put any attorney fee in the attorney settlement box. And then I discovered when I was reading instructions for probably the 5th year in a row that I'd been doing it wrong. And so cropland rent, commercial fishers, and $10 in royalties go on the 1099 miscellaneous. And this is what the different types of forms look like. The most common 1099 forms is the 1099 miscellaneous. This is what we used to use for non-employee compensation until a couple of years ago. They reactivated the 1099 NEC that they had stopped using in 1982 because the dates are different for non-employee compensation versus the miscellaneous. So just a quick breakdown of this form. Box 1 is rent, 2 is royalty, 3 is other income, and 4 is if any federal income tax was withheld. 5, fishing boat proceeds. 6, medical and healthcare payments. And 7, line 7 appears on both the miscellaneous and the NEC, but they're different boxes. And all you do if this box applies is check it. If the pay or made direct sales totaling $5,000 or more of consumer products to the recipient for resale. So this is the only time that you issue a 1099 for products, and you're not reporting anything except for that you did it by checking the box. Substitute payments in lieu of dividends or interest would go in box 8 and not on the 1099 dividend or 1099 interest form. Crop insurance proceeds, gross proceeds paid to an attorney, that would be the settlements. Fish purchased for resale. Section 409 deferrals, excess golden parachute payments. I have never seen that box filled out on any 1099 that I've done or reviewed. Non-qualified deferred compensation. And then if any state taxes or anything were withheld, that would go in boxes 16, 17, and 18. And here's the 1099 NEC. And this is a continuous use form. I forgot to mention it on the 1099 miscellaneous. They leave the last 2 digits of the calendar year blank, and you can use the same form for multiple years, which is nice because if you have a whole bunch and you don't use them before they would be garbage. And now you can just change, they're good for multiple years. Box 1 is where we put the non-employee compensation in that we're going to discuss all the roles for in the coming slides here. And again, the payer made direct sales totaling 5,000 or more in consumer products to the recipient for resale. You check that box. Box 3 is reserved for future use. 4 is if any federal income tax was withheld. 5, 6, and 7 is for state withholdings.